Good Monday. What's going on, everyone? Woo! Sorry, man, we're getting a late start today, but it is what it is. I'm not running on that much sleep, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But thank you for tuning in today, everyone. Welcome to the beginning of the week. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and for everyone that has, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our lives. We very much appreciate that, man. What's going on? What's going on with everyone? Hopefully you're doing, hopefully you're making something or doing something that you could be proud of right now while you're listening to this. Hopefully you're making something that you could bring home to and show your wife, maybe something like, that you've been keeping a secret from her for a little while, so you've been out there and you've just been learning how to do some sort of maybe woodworking, that sort of thing. So you whittled her a batch of spoons, or maybe a fresh pair of damn, maybe you whittled her out a pair of Birkenstocks or something like that, that you made out of a fresh piece of spruce, who knows, maybe, or, maybe you don't have a wife, you could show those off to your fiance, and then you both can stir up a hearty green pea soup together with those, hardwood utensils that you just made, anything that you think you'd be proud of, man. I hope you're doing it. I hope you're doing it well and doing it good, man. So, and man, if you don't have a fiance, maybe you can maybe you could just show it off to your dog or something, something like that, you got all types of choices, show it off to a neighbor, hell, mail it off to, to anyone. Just scribble out someone's address and mail those things off to them. They'll open it up and they'll be damn for sure surprised, because they'll be like, why I got these wooden Birkenstocks. Hot damn. And then you just see, a couple of those, you see some uncle out there just clogging in those damn things, But he's excited, you're excited, and damn, man, I'm excited. I'm excited just to be here today, man, with all of you guys. So, but anyways, again, nice to be here with all of you guys. It's the last week of February, so if you got a couple, if you got a couple close black friends, you might want to call up or something like that and wish them a happy Black History Month, because you've been putting it off or you forgot about that, maybe you might want to give them a little ring and say what's going on and all that before this month ends, because it's going to end in a couple days. So, but I'm sure that they would appreciate it if you did, show that, or just give a little bit of appreciation to them. So man, what else is going on? Oh, we got this year's a leap year, so you know what that means. You got that extra day to catch up, man, to catch up on whatever you got to, you got a term paper due or something like that, or you got, you got an insurance bill, coming up or something like that. Well, you got that extra day, and man, the universe gave that to you. So, so if you can't, they're trying to give you that last minute money maker, ability to make sure that you get caught up with everything. So, and man, if you still can't do that, then I guess you'll just have to, take it up with the powers upstairs, I guess, and let them know that, that that I guess, that you appreciate this, that you appreciate it, that you appreciate this extra time that's given to you. But, um, you know, something like that. I mean, I don't know. It's a leap year. Everyone forgets about a leap year. So, and I think it only comes around every four years or something like that. So yeah, so we got that going on this upcoming week. So, but again, man, it's a pleasure to be here, and hopefully, your Monday is just kicking off the way that you want it to, and it's going good for you thus far. So, what I wanted to do was right now is we haven't gotten into any texts or anything like that from some of you listeners, so we were gonna jump into that thing real quick right out the gate, and that way, we could see what kind of questions you guys got or what you guys got, and in your heads or whatever, whatever you got going on, man. Give us something. Give us something that we would, if you think that you want to share something with us, reach out to the podcast line at 828-209-8777. And again, that number is 828-209-8777. So we're going to jump into this first text real quick that we got. And let's get into this, man. So, it says, "Hey, Zach, a friend of mine used to date a girl for about 7 months. She was the one that called it off with him, but her birthday is coming up soon, and he wants to buy her a birthday present. I told him that I thought it was a bad idea, and he should just let her go and leave her alone. What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think he's just being a complete idiot? Ethan." Damn, man. Depending, I guess. If I guess you're asking for, hey, man, I'm not an advice giver, but I've been in this boat before, and I'll tell you one thing, man. Giving an ex, you could go for it. You could try it. You could see, how it goes down. But most of the time, since, she's probably moved on more than anything. She's probably with somebody else, girl, guy, animal, whatever you want to call it, So you or your buddy, okay, your buddy, let's be real, Ethan. It's you, dude. Okay, let's just say it's you. I say if you're in a good, if you guys are still talking, and or if he's still talking with her, and they're on a friendship level, I guess that would be all right. But if if they haven't, if she just hates his guts and he thinks that this is one way to get back, in her good gracious or good or whatever you want to call it, for her to notice him, again, it's probably not the best idea, I guess, if they are not on talking terms. So, I guess, Ethan, I would say that, it's probably not the best idea. But if your buddy feels that he just has to do it, then you know what, dude, fuck it. He could probably wrap himself up in there and send himself to her, and then be like, "Happy birthday," something like that. I don't know. Most of the time, I've done this I've done it a couple times. Let's just say that. I'll admit it. And it never worked out in my favor. So Ethan, I would tell your buddy that it's a bad idea, and he needs to probably refocus his mindset on, maybe another maybe another girl or something, or maybe he just needs to go gay. Maybe he needs to do that. Maybe he thinks he likes this, his ex, but maybe deep down inside he just wants to, so going on, something like that. But yeah, that's what I got. I mean, I would say, 50, 50, 40, 50 bad idea, 40 good idea, and that other 10% is just, that's that gray area, that's that maybe area, I guess, that I probably wouldn't tiptoe into. So Ethan, tell your buddy, probably bad idea, but that's what I got. So, we got another one. It says, "Hey there, my name is Adam, and I recently ran into the podcast on YouTube about a month ago, and I'm having mixed feelings about it. Oh, I'm not sure what to think about it because I really don't know what it's about. Do you know if you do? Could you tell me so I have a better understanding about what I'm listening to? Thanks." Adam, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know what this is about. Again, what I'm trying, or what, I guess we, collectively as a whole, I guess it's just trying to, we named it the beginning of the week because since we start off on Monday, it is the beginning of the week. So really, we could talk about anything because I guess that's what this is. We could talk about anything. We could talk about past, we could talk about present, we could talk about future. It's just what's happening at the beginning of this week. So it could be the news, it could be girlfriend problems, could be boyfriend problems, could be political statures, could be something that happened in the sports world. It could be anything, I guess. And I guess that's, there's no niche right here. Man, we don't niche around here. We just don't. Niche, 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 nosh, noosh, any of that shit. We don't do that here. We are just, we're just here, babe. That's it. That's all we're doing, man. And hopefully, with some of you listeners out there, like yourself, Adam, I'm sure that you guys have, probably changed over to a different episode or whatever it could be, to another channel because you're like, dude, this fucking guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And the thing is, guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. I never have, I never will. And that's just what it is. You lay me down, or you put me in a damn classroom or something like that, and you test out my knowledge on how, on the history of, of the war in Iraq, I guess, and you ask me what happened there, I'm going to say, I don't know. Because you know what? I don't know. I don't know a lot about a little or a little about a lot. You know what I'm talking about? You remember that little song lyric right there? So Adam, I don't know what to tell you. I'm, right? I guess I could just say entertainment. Right? That's what we're trying to do here, is trying to entertain a little bit, make it, I'd say we try to make it as, trying to bring out some sort of humor out in this every so often. And sometimes we'll get a little serious. That's just what it is. And that's how it goes. And we're just going to bring in guests from all parts from different areas of life. And we're going to get in there just like how we did last week. And we're just going to keep rolling, man. That's all we can do is just keep rolling. But to your question, I'm sorry you got mixed feelings about it, but hey, man, it is what it is. Now, uh, and you asked, do you know, and if you do, can you tell me so I can have a better understanding about what I'm listening to? Dude, you're just listening to me. That's it. That's all. But we can make this into whatever you want to. So Adam, man, if you got a subject that you want to talk about or something like that, or you want to bring up something, get at us, if I could talk right with that speech impediment going on in my mouth, like you did, man. So I guess Adam, that's all. That's what I got. That's all I got. But most of all, I just hope that this thing grows a little bit more than it is right now. So, but that, yeah, that's what I got. So, but that's there was a couple other texts that came in and everything, but we'll probably get to those maybe next week or so, something like that. And thank you guys for all you listeners that have been, like chiming in and everything and giving your 2 cents about things, we appreciate that, man. Like feedback is always nice. So yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got, so, and last week, we had that guest come in. So I wanted to, again, thank Robert Angel again for coming in and to talk with us, and Mr. Bobby Morgan, baby, that little digi snack right there, that little crumb de la creme over there. I want to thank him for helping out, for being behind the scenes and working the boards and all that stuff. It was definitely something new. And dude, it was just a joy. It was just a joy to have both of them in here. And look, man, I'm going to say this, man. I'm not the best interviewer or whatever you want to call it, man. Questioner, I guess. I'm not, because, for one, I haven't ever done it before. I'm not used to giving, asking people questions sitting across from me, man. I'm just not. So, and for one, I haven't done it much. So, like, all I could do is just progressively get somewhat better, because that's all I can do. So, but again, it was so great to have them in there, man. Because all we could do is just try, just try to get better at things, and overall, like, all of us have to realize that, this thing in here will never be perfect. That includes what you were talking about, Adam. Nothing will be perfect in here. It just won't. Even if in my head I want it to be that way, in reality, I know it can't. I know it won't be. So, and that's just something that I gotta get, I gotta screw that shit into my crane, and just make, and just say fuck it sometimes, man. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Fuck, But again, it was wonderful to have both of them in here to do it. I'm glad they took, I can't say thank you enough for their time, but it was wonderful again to see both of them, to talk to Bert about his hunting escapades and that sort of thing, and hopefully, more sooner than later, we'll get another guest to come in here. We got a couple of people lined up, but we haven't put out any calls yet. But that's something that we're going to work on, this week or next week, and try to get the ball rolling, man. That's what it is. Oh man, what's been going on? Man, I was thinking the other day, man, or the other day this morning, don't you ever wish that, I looked at myself in the mirror today and don't you ever wish that your face was more like evenly, like, spaced out, I guess, something like that, You know what I'm talking about? You know? I mean, maybe just have a more balanced look, something like that. Because when I was looking in the mirror this morning, I noticed that my right hand side of my face, you know, I mean that it looks I don't know, it just looks better than my left. My left kind of looks at my right and kind of gets a little jealous in a way, you know, like my left side doesn't want to get around, doesn't want to. Man, I don't know. Like it doesn't look like it wants to get along with the right hand side of my face. You know? Like it's always been a little jealous of it. I don't know. Like I was just like looking at myself, and I've always been, man, I've always been jealous of those people that have, that well proportioned, equal sort of look to them. Something like a like Brad Pitt or like a Bradley Cooper. You know how they look. You look at them and they're and 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 then you think to yourself, what wishing well or whatever, did they drink out of to make to make them look like that? I mean, what did their mother's uterus do to sculpt those tiny little fucking face muscles into that? I mean, because they don't have to deal with what I got to deal with. I got this, my left eye, looks like a little bit of, like it has some Down syndrome, I guess, every once in a while. That thing flutters, and my right eye is just like, what's that doing over there? And the left eye is like, I can't control myself. It's happening. And I don't know what it is, but hot damn. And my right eye is like, get your shit together. And my left eye is like, I can't. It's not happening. It's just down. I'm down. Whiskey, Bavard, Bravo. I'm down. That sort of thing. But, and then I got this extra, I noticed, this morning that I got this extra skin also hanging off the left side of my chin a little bit. So it looks like, dude, it just looks like someone snuck in at night while I was sleeping and it's just installed a little skin graft or something like that, or took it off a small cat or whatever and just like put it on there, some extra skin like a seal or something, and then once I noticed that, I started working up my face, looking at my lips and everything, and my left side's a little lopsided, like God was just gonna put my lips on somebody else, but decided, decided that he was going to, I don't know, man, something like he was working on my lips, and then he got distracted by doing something else, and then he just all of a sudden, he forgot about what he was doing, and then he was just, he just said, well, these'll do, he got the right side good, and the left side, he got like, 92.7% done, and then just, was just like, fuck it, that's what he gets, I mean, I could have that little clap, that little clap palette, that clap, that little thing, like, what's his face? What's his name, man? Like Joaquin Phoenix or whatever, that thing, or I could have that, every so often, this will come up, kind of like Sylvester Stallone, kind of doing this little thing, and I'm like, oh, like why is it doing that? you know, like someone has an invisible string just attached to this fucking, and it's just, bam, it just lifts it up every so often. You see like a piece of salad fall out of my mouth or something, you know. Some Skittle just kind of rolls right out the left hand side of my mouth because I can't hold food nicely, you know, that sort of thing, you know. So now I got this chin thing going on. I got this lip and down and these eye, you know, this Down syndrome eye, I guess, you know. And I went to school with a kid that had a severe case of asymmetricalism, I guess. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, if that's even a word, I don't know. He, you know, half of his body, you know, one side was shorter than the other side. And so he had to wear some special or like unique, you know, distinctive shoes, I guess. You know, one to hold his body upright because, you know, that's just the kind of, you know, kind of like that movie with Daniel Dane Lewis. You know what I'm talking about? You know, what is it? His left foot, or you know, her left foot, or I don't know, something to deal with feet. You know, he's painting with them and doing all sorts of you know, arts and crafts with that shit. You know, that sort of thing. But man, whatever it was called, I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, but you know, man, what was that? I'm trying to think of what that movie is, cause he came in there and he was in it, dude. He was painting with his damn toenails, and you know, I'm talking about Bob Ross didn't even have anything on Daniel Dainty. Oh, my left foot. Yeah, my left foot. That's what it was. So, but yeah, that's what this kid that I went to school with, this kid named Eric, you know. And look, man, I'm not making fun of the kid at all, you know. He, you know, that's just what God gave him, that ability, you know. But you know, I'm just saying that, you know, he struggled, you know, he had and hope that he you know, probably was you know, like the rest of everybody, but you know, this kid was uniquely special, dude. That's, you know, and I hope he's doing okay. You know, I hope he's doing all right, because this is like, you know, 4th grade or so when I met this kid. And I only knew this kid for maybe like 3 months or something like that before I you know, got kicked out of that school and had to go to another school, because, you know, that's just what happens with being young, I guess. But yeah, I'd say the left side of me, you know, is definitely more jealous, like I said, than my right, you know. But what can you do, man? And hats off to all those people that are evenly shaped, you know, cause hot damn, dude, you guys are one of a kind. You guys are like 1 out of 100, you know. So, but anyways, man, I'm gonna jump into some news real quick. I know this is kind of all over the place today, and you know, it's just what it is. I had some family stuff come up over the weekend, so didn't have a lot of time to prepare today for much of it, for, you know, this whole thing right now. But yeah, it's just what it is, man. It's what it is. Cam Newton, dude. Cam Newton got I don't know what, you know, like 5 people tried to jump him, you know, and he's out there wearing that abracadabra hat, or that wicked witch's, you know, whatever the fuck he's got going on. These hats that he's throwing a football with, you know, with this cowboy hat on or whatever, You know, I mean, he's got all these unique hats that he wants to go out and I guess like, I mean, I don't know what he's doing out there. But this one hat that he was wearing, he's got. I mean, his dreads were popping out like a damn party favor. And this kid came up right behind him. These 5 kids or whatever. I mean, one of them slugged him right in the back of the fucking neck, or maybe he got caught up in one of his braids or whatever. But if you look at the footage, I mean, he's got one of them in a headlock, and it looks like he's pushing one over into a damn, trying to, he pushed one into a pine tree, so he wanted to fucking make him lick some pine sap. And the thing is, man, why the hell, and who is crazy enough to mess with a man that's 6'6" and is 270, 280, that sort of thing. You're going to get some, Scam Newton combos on you, dude. Like, what are you thinking? But, and then he's got one cat up against the gate, and, I mean, it's all over the place. But damn, man, I just like, when you see the footage, you're like, what's happening? And then I guess he was walking with like Eric, who I was just talking about, because he's got that cane for mobility, I guess, going on. And that thing tumbled down a couple stairs as that kid came over with that haymaker, just fucking just lit him up with an all you can, I mean, that sort of thing. It was all you can. And Cam Newton's like, oh, and you saw his dreads just fucking spaz out all over the place with that Wicked Witch of the West hat going on. But I mean, you look at it, and you're like, what happened? Because I mean, you get a couple camera shots of kind of like, I mean, you get the camera shot of the pine tree and the kid in the headlock, and the thing is, man, Cam, he hasn't played football in a long time, but he stood his ground, man. He's ready for the damn, sign him up for for the World Wrestling Federation of Fucketry or something like that, maybe he's ready for a UFC fight or something like that, and he'd go out there with that hat on, with those, with that Wicked Witch of the West, her and him have been dabbling in some fucking, maybe that's what he's doing, man. Maybe he's the one that's whittling out those spoons, and he and that little witch are just fucking eating that pea soup, and they're just, trading out them, spells and wicketry and all that other stuff. I mean, who knows? But overall, Cam, get rid of the fucking hats already. You know what I'm talking about? Like, get rid of that nonsense. And besides, you've been out of the NFL for so long, nobody wants you anymore. So, like, go do something else. And don't get me wrong, these kids that you're doing this stuff for, they probably appreciate you very much. But I'll tell you one thing, these other five niños, niños de negros, I hope I could say that, maybe not, I don't know, I mean, but, maybe they're, maybe they don't like your camp. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to rip that damn hat off your head. Who knows? But man, that kid just, bam! Oh, and that's what really took off, man. So, but man, that Newton combo, making that kid lick that fucking sap off that tree, it was just, in a way, it was fucking hysterical, But yeah, that's what's going on with that. What else has been going on? There was, in St. Augustine in Florida, they have Florida Man games down there, and the crowds were man, they're out of control down there. That's all I can say, man. They were talking about how it says right here that they essentially made all these games like what was that? Man, what was that one show with Laser, Torpedo, fucking, Ultralight, San Cuervo, all those guys. They shot tennis balls and everything. Oh, the Gladiators, whatever it was, American Gladiators, that sort of thing. So they made, Florida made their own American Gladiators with a bunch of drunks out there. And you had some cat out there, playing the Star Spangled Banner and all that sort of stuff. And they kicked it out with fighting each other with damn pool noodles and some mud. And, they're making weapons out there. And they're just, using inflatable pool toys. And, they're chopping up pipes and riding motorcycles and all this other shit, dude, only something that you could get away with Florida, you know what I'm talking about? But these people had absolutely no disregard for their self-preservation. Let's just say that. They were out there and they're drinking beer, fucking doing drugs, and some person decided that they were going to try to go and trade, a bag of weed for some fucking Mickey D's and all that sort of shit, one guy came out and said that he was in the military and he did a little gator wrestling while he was in the military and but they said that the tickets were $45 and some people just said, as this guy right here said, Richie said, I came here to watch stupidity occur on the grandest, most specular scale. So I guess these guys are out there just beating each other, fucking, mufflers and damn, and alligator skins and all that other stuff. And it says there's drugs and nudity out there, and some of the city frowned on it when that happened, but then they were like, fuck it, dude, this is the Florida man fucking this is the Florida man game. So even the police were like, we aren't gonna do any of this, dude. Like, we aren't gonna get in the middle of this, So hats off to the St. Augustine police for just letting these people just duke it out with their fucking cousins or whatever, But what else has been going on in the news? Oh, Trump, Trump came out with those damn snakes, those damn carnival barkers, I guess, that sort of thing. And hot damn, dude, these things are vibrant, Shane Gillis made a little skit on it on SNL this past Saturday and everything, but supposedly this cat, whatever his name is, let's see what this guy's name is, Roman Scharf, something like that. He bought he went to the sneaker con and everything in Philadelphia, and let's see what it says. It says last week to promote. Donald old Trump showed up at the sneaker con in Philadelphia to promote a limited line for his high tops. And then this cat, Mr. Schnarf, remember that one fucking cat? He was like, Schnarf, Schnarf, Schnarf. That cat from that fucking guy? Yeah, that cat? Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but Schnarf, ended up buying an autographed pair of Never Surrender sneakers after placing a $9,000 bid at the auction, and he got those damn things, man. He said they're still new and they smell like glue. Fuck yeah, hell yeah. Sit Indian or whatever, Indian style applesauce crisscross, whatever, man. Stick your fucking foot in your nose and just smell that glue gun, Just smell all that shit. Just embrace the fucking glue. Oh, still smelling like damn like a fucking gorilla, like shove a damn Gorilla Glue gun right in your fucking ass and taste it that way, or whatever it is. But hot damn, dude, that's fucking $9,000. That's just, these people are, this guy's out of his fucking mind. Let's just say that, dude. That's all I can say. It's just, he's just, And it says, let's see, what else, man? But yeah, he held the shoes up and to take a fucking whiff of them. Fuck yeah. Get in there, Snarf. Yeah, get in there and smell that fucking glue stick, What else? He said he showed off the prize, and, it's just what it was, Let's see. There was a couple old vintage things that went on sale around there, blah, 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 blah. Who cares about any of that stuff, man? Oh, there was a signed Donald Trump hat right here. That looks crazy. It looks wild, but hot damn, dude, I hope you, I hope you go eat some fucking chicken salad or some noodle soup or something like that and go show those puppies off. At a damn hamburger stand or whatever, walk around with those in the middle of Atlanta. Fuck yeah. I mean it. Get it in there. But, that's crazy, man. $9,000. All right. Well, anyways. All right, guys. Well, we're going on like 40 minutes or so right now. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. Again, if you guys got any thoughts, suggestions, anything like that, for us, to us, if you got any suggestions for, what was his name? Damn, dude. What was that cat's name? Ethan. If you got any suggestions for Ethan's buddy or whatever, man, let us know on the voicemail, man. 828-209-8777, baby. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go back to helping out my family, because that's what, family comes first sometimes. So, or I should say all the time. Could be all the time, depending on what it is, But, all right, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy, extra day, leap year day, that sort of thing. And get out there and fucking go make something for your wife, for your husband, for your fiance. Do it for that parrot that we were talking about, ham and cheese, get out there and do something nice for somebody. So, all right, everyone, take care of yourselves, and remember, stay true to yourselves. All right. We'll catch you next Monday. All right. Have a good week. Okay. Take care.